Deep in the heart of the Amazon lurks a world of pure terror. From silent stalkers to lethal venom, Amazon's deadliest creatures.
Look closely at this map. The footprint you see filling in across South America spans 8 different national borders and covers 5.5 million square kilometers. To really grasp the scale of that boundary, watch the perimeter line. At 40,000 kilometers long, tracing the outside of this forest is the exact equivalent of driving from Mumbai to New Delhi 7 continuous times. That massive footprint holds global stakes. Inside that perimeter sit 400 billion trees, quietly producing roughly 20% of the oxygen required by every breathing organism on Earth. This photograph reveals the first physical barrier you face trying to enter. The forest canopy is packed so tightly it operates like a woven shield. That density alters the environment completely. When heavy rain hits the canopy, it takes 10 full minutes for water to reach the earth. The leaves block out so much sunlight that the jungle floor sits in pitch black twilight, even in the middle of the day. The physical architecture of this forest forces an immediate rule on any human attempting to enter. You are walking in blind, and you are no longer at the top of the food chain. Down in that dark underbrush, physical size offers no real indication of how quickly an animal can kill you. Lethality operates on multiple scales. On the larger end, you have the apex giant seen in this image. The green anaconda grows to 30 feet long, weighs nearly 250 kilograms, and can swallow massive prey entirely whole in a single violent strike. Now, compare that giant to the microscopic terror shown here. This is the bullet ant, and it maxes out at roughly 4 centimeters long. Its name comes directly from the trauma it inflicts. A single sting delivers a highly evolved toxic venom that forces the human nervous system to experience the excruciating, potentially lethal pain of being shot with a live bullet. Between the giant constrictors and the toxic insects, the jungle floor functions as an active minefield. Every step risks contact with biology designed to inflict maximum trauma. What you are looking at here is the ultimate geographic barrier cutting directly through the trees, the 6,840-kilometer-long Amazon River. This image captures the sheer physical force of that water. It reaches depths of 329 feet and violently flushes 209,000 cubic meters of water out into the ocean every single second. And the water is full of threats. This is the pink dolphin, a 9-foot-long predator with a surprisingly large brain and a well-documented willingness to aggressively attack humans who enter its territory. But the river's most highly effective biological weapon is this creature, the electric eel. Its defense mechanism is an 860-volt discharge. That current is strong enough to instantly shut down a victim's nervous system, allowing the eel to effortlessly kill predators 100 times its own size. In 2007, this man, Martin Strel, intentionally plunged into that gauntlet, attempting to swim the length of the river over 66 days. Navigating waters filled with alligators, anacondas, and electric eels required a desperate strategy. His support boat essentially acted as bait, constantly throwing huge chunks of raw meat into the water to distract the predators away from his body. Strel completed his swim by respecting a hard reality. To survive this river, you must pay a constant visceral toll to the predators that actually own it. The danger isn't limited to predators. Beyond the animals, the Amazon's vastness hides geological anomalies that shift the mystery from the biological to the inexplicable. Deep in the Peruvian territory runs a 65-kilometer stretch of water known as the Boiling River. For reasons that remain a mystery, the water temperature sits permanently between 90 and 100 degrees Celsius, cooking anything that falls in. This photograph reveals a different mystery: massive geometric scars carved into the earth. Called geoglyphs, they span up to 1.5 kilometers. Hidden by thick canopy, they remained undiscovered until satellite imaging peered through the leaves, revealing over 300 of them. An environment dense enough to hide massive, ancient engineering projects from the modern world for centuries is an environment that actively resists being mapped. This image highlights the only demographic that successfully navigates this hostile architecture. These are the uncontacted indigenous tribes hidden deep within the brush. Modern society attempts to pave, clear, and control nature. These tribes survive precisely by adapting to the jungle's brutal rules without attempting to alter them. The Amazon is a 5.5 million square kilometer fortress. It is armed with lethal biology, defended by boiling rivers, and filled with ancient secrets we are only just beginning to uncover. It stands as a humbling reminder that some places on Earth are not meant to be tamed. They demand to be respected. If you want us to do a deep dive into the mystery of those ancient geoglyphs, drop part 2 in the comments below.
Deep in the Amazon, danger awaits. From the murky depths to the hidden trails, where every shadow hides a killer. Are you ready to meet them? Subscribe now for weekly episodes.